Hi, and welcome to another exciting pirate news. Sorry, I've been out of commission. It's been an interesting time, having having gone through one of those life events that you just hope upon no one. I actually had a house fire, so it kind of destroyed my happy computer. But I do apologize for that. I am back, and with me, I got the one, the only Steve and Jamie.
Hi, Joe, and no apologies necessary because you had a house fire. I mean, that sucks, man. And
Yeah, well, I got a duty to my public, and to reporting all the crazy shenanigans our government pulls, or anyone else. It's not. I don't think I'm limited to just government. Pretty much any shenanigans that are being pulled, we gotta call it out, call it like we see it.
So I'm Joe. I'm just happy all of you are all safe, and there was
Yeah.
only property damage. Things can be replaced, although it's easier certainly for others, some than others. But people can't be replaced, and that's what matters.
Really interesting. My dog broke out of a steel cage to light the fire, or at least that's what we deduced after trying to piece together the facts. But that
So
being
you were a
said,
farmer's commercial. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, honestly, I even have the chickens. Um, so, as strange as that is, but that being said, no, they were able to take care of the dogs, and there was no loss of life, and it's just things. And in my profession, you end up with too many things, anyways. So, that being said, though, we do have quite a good packed agenda today. Uh, I understand that there's some we're moving backwards in the facial recognition arena this week. If you want to tell
Yes.
us.
So we've been notified that that July 30th there will be a hearing on. So last year, the or at least in the last session, the legislature decided to have a committee to review the various proposals for limiting or putting regulations on government use of facial recognition software. And so as a result of that, there's a hearing coming up by the legislature on the 30th. And we just want to encourage folks it'll all be virtual. We'll have links up in the future so that people can get updated when we know the full details. And we just want to encourage folks to come out, start writing your testimony, save the date, and you'll be able to go virtually and submit your testimony, read your testimony out. You'll have, I believe, about 3 minutes is the general rule. So, start getting ready, save the date, and we'll have links up to notify people of the full details.
Okay, and I understand in we're doing an event that's kind of linked to that. We're mapping cameras coming up.
Right. So at our previous tech meeting, our democracy committee meeting, we decided that August 7th from 10 a.m., starting at 10 a.m., we would meet in front of the federal courthouse in Fort Point Channel, the Seaport District, and gather folks up and start fanning out through that area, mapping every single surveillance camera that we can find in that area, and then adding them to the map we have at cctv.masspirates.org. And so we just want to encourage folks to come out. Once we'll do that for about 2 hours, and then we'll get lunch. We'll find a nice open place where we can social distance, but still be able to talk and have something to eat and just chat about things going forward. So we just want to encourage folks to come out for that. August 7th is the date. I got that right, Steve?
Yes, I believe that is right.
Okay, it's that Saturday.
Mhm.
So, you know, we'll have a form up for people to go and say they're going to be coming. And so we can have enough handouts. We'll have links. We have how-to pages on using iPhone or Android apps to be able to go and easily map surveillance cameras into OpenStreetMap. And then those will eventually appear in cctv.masspirates.org.
All right. Thank you for that.
Sure.
And that being said, we really want to squash this before anything moves forward because, like this bill that just came out where it's SD 2699, which was put forth by Eldridge out of Middlesex. I'm very proud of my local congressman or local official.
State senator.
Local senator, you're right. Thank you for the correction.
Yeah, no worries.
But because essentially what's happened is this is a call to make public disciplinary actions by the Justice Department from their internal stuff, and it looks like it's immediately getting squashed and sent to the Joint Committee on Rules in order for them to like kind of tuck it away. And we definitely don't want them to be allowed to tuck something like this away, because if we don't know which cops are being punished until it's way too late, then we're just not going to be able to breathe, you know, because if the disciplinary actions by that one individual who did that heinous act was made light well before in advance, you think their community would have put up with that guy being a police officer? I don't think so. And it's generally few, not the many, but the few who really make the whole system come crumbling down. And so those disciplinary acts should be a public record. If our arrests, if they are coming to your house and arrest and you're a public record, so should be their punishment be a public record too. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we're all in favor of transparency, and we pay their salaries, so we need to know if someone had a disciplinary hearing or there was disciplinary action because they lied on the stand or because you know, they abused someone. I mean, we had, what was it, the Boston police a bunch of months back, you know, it was revealed that they had a cop on the force. Was he even in charge of the union? I'm not sure the full details, but literally they knew he was abusing people and they let him stay on the force anyways. And, you know, if they're not willing to police their own folks, then we as citizens have to be sure we watch the watchmen.
And so we want to really make sure that this bill doesn't get squashed. And right now there's not even a hearing for this, even though this has just been kicked to it. So this is really one of those big bills that we really need to make sure it gets passed, no matter what. I don't care if you're brown or purple or blue or green or whatever your political affiliation is. This is something that we all need, and especially if we want our system to heal. We want our system to be working for the people. So this is something that we really need to push and get behind the senator, and make sure that we're doing everything that we can to support him in this action. That being said, not only reach out to that senator, thank you all out there for reaching out to Baker on the issue that we brought forth last week.
Yeah, we found out that the legislature had approved basically making the film tax credit permanent. And that costs us about $50 to $80 million every year. Over about 10 or 11 years, it costs us $500 million. And it only resulted in $500 million in additional spending. That's not even $500 million of tax revenue. That's just total new spending. I mean, if we're going to give $500 million to Hollywood, the least we should do is, you know, get free movies or something. But we're not going to do that. It just goes to their profits, and we end up not even getting the additional tax revenue. Like literally, we could have taken that money and just spent on a vital government services, and we would have gotten those government services, whether that was fixing the MBTA or providing more money for schools or for making sure that we have more resources for our seniors or for after-school programs or things like that. That would have been money that was usefully spent. But this was just money that lined Hollywood's pockets. So I just personally want to thank everyone who called Baker. Unfortunately, as far as I could tell, Baker went and just signed the budget, and the film expansion of the film tax credit, making it permanent, was not in one of his vetoes. So sorry about that. But thanks for everyone who contacted him.
Mm.
I mean, aren't they making a trust fund right now for mental health workers? I mean, they're spending money left and right, So. I apologize. That's the hearing for tomorrow, is for workforce development for mental health workers. And this is actually happening Monday at, I think, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's the SD 2699?
I think it's from 2 to 3:15, and it is H2073.
H2073. Okay, I'll put that in the chat. H20.
Perfect.
So
yeah, there's a lot of
it.
activity going on, and there's a lot to talk about what all our senators and our government is doing right now. So, I mean, they're trying to do a lot, so it's been a little bit to keep up with them, but, that's what we do.
So that's the act establishing a behavioral health workforce development trust fund?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And we'll link all these in the description for you for your reference. That being said, thank you for attending tonight. I will definitely be focusing and getting a lot more content, especially in these upcoming weeks. So please definitely give us a like and a subscribe, and hopefully we can start kicking butt and taking names. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, and next time I'll get my camera working. And don't forget to check us out at masspirates.org.
And our wiki. And sign up for emails. But most importantly, attend the mapping event.
Take care, folks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
And we're done.